What's going on, world? It's Friday, January 8th, 2016, and we are in a new year. This is our first meeting of the year, and I'm glad that you guys could join us tonight. Mick said he'll be here in 5 minutes. We're praying for healing for him and his wife, Kim. They are under the weather and had to go to the hospital, so hopefully everything goes well and that they recover as quickly as possible. Gela is, I sent him an invite as well. Hopefully he gets on. Um, but for those of us that are here, me, Ray, Will, and Pizzo, and I texted you guys. We pushed it a little bit further back because I wanted all of us to be here. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work out the way we want it to work out, but for the most part, yeah, I'm glad that we're here, because the Bible says when two or three are gathered, he is in the mix, and we're able to do some amazing things, and it's important for us because it's been so crazy and hectic, and it's been a blur these past few months to end out 2015. It's important that we come together and we're all on the same page. We know what we're trying to do, and moving forward, what we want to do, what we want to accomplish for this new year. And so, with that being said, first and foremost, I thank God for a new year, a new chapter in our lives. As of today, we have a 358 blank page book that we get to write. And why I say 358 is because this year is a leap year. There's 29 days in February, for those of you guys who didn't check the calendar. But I must say that I am in awe of his work in each of our lives and his consistent effort to assist us in our daily walk. You all know my story. In October of 2005, I contemplated committing suicide. It was during my darkest hour as I cried out in my cell in Delano, and I heard him say, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That is from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29:11. Most people would say you just remembered a verse that you hold dear to your heart, and that stopped you from doing the unthinkable. In my rebuttal to those who have that belief, you weren't in my shoes and you weren't in that cell. Who would have known what was to come after all hope seemed to have left my body? Everything comes at a cost, and life hasn't held back any punches. In that moment, I honestly couldn't have envisioned how he would use me. And I stand here today giving him praise, glory, and honor to my Creator for his belief in using an unworthy servant like me to speak life, raising awareness of how powerful the mind is and what can become if we truly rewire our programmed minds to start thinking everything is possible and ridding ourselves of what society has brainwashed us to believe. Today is the first meeting of 2016 of this calendar year. The options remain the same. You either choose to take advantage of life or let life take advantage of you. My encouragement to each of you is that in everything you do, trust in the one who sent you. Be patient because things take time. Step out of your comfort zone and try things you've never done before. Elevate from where you are and soar high. Lastly, remember your why. I was sitting here and I'm thinking of like, oh man, what can I say to these guys I haven't said already? Well, most of the time it's just rewording things. A lot of these things we're gonna be repeating it over and over because we're so brainwashed, and to get all that clutter and that junk out of our minds and to start thinking in a different fashion, in a different way, it takes a lot of somebody hammering these things in, this encouragement, this motivation, this inspiration. It's so powerful And sometimes we overlook these things. A lot of the times, actually, when we're looking for something and we're looking far away and it's right in front of our face. And why is that? And it's because of the fact that for us as humans, we tend to do things the way that we were programmed to do them. And how do we break those chains? And honestly, we've been breaking those chains year in and year out. And the important thing is, as we look at this new year, is once again we have another opportunity to play this game we love, and that's powerful. Because of the fact that within the past few years, look how many people that we've lost along the way, and it just goes back to what I just stated. Life is not going to hold back any punches. It isn't. I think the hardest thing for me is keeping people in tune with what we got going on. It's a challenge each and every day. How can I continue to motivate these guys? How can I continue to speak life into them? How can I continue to help them grow? Because there does come points in times where we feel like the speaker isn't giving us the meat that we need. And it's happened to us all. A perfect example is church. When most of us, I don't go to church anymore, but when we did used to go to church, and we got all this food, and then there came a point in time where it's like, okay, we start putting pieces to the puzzle together. Oh man, this doesn't add up, and then next thing you know, we're not getting fed what we need to get fed, and then we move on to something else. Now, for us as a company, it's the same thing. Like, think of all these major corporations and what they do, and their employees that they see on a let's just say monthly, yearly basis. I mean, these guys run through so many employees. Or use McDonald's for example. They run through so many employees on a regular. They probably done had over 1 million employees easily. If they served 1 million burgers, I'm pretty sure they've had that many employees. And how do you get through to these guys consistently where they can handle what you're throwing at them? And I find myself, being that this is the startup phase, how challenging it is, because, like I said, year one, everybody got fire under them. Everybody. And we just like, damn, we hitting the block. We running. Year two, we start to slow down a little bit. And now here goes year three. How do we keep that excitement there? How do we keep that love, that passion that fueled us moving forward? And that's something that we're gonna face day in and day out. I know this for a fact, and it's hard for me to just say like, man, to accept it, because where do you turn to when the person that you're looking to for something, when they're not giving it to you? Who do you turn to? Who do you turn to? And my hope is that I am doing what I need to do to speak into your lives on a regular basis to keep you guys going and growing. And my thing is, when I feel certain ways and I start to think about it, and I have to cancel out those thoughts, and then God reminds me of what is before me. And what I mean by that is, you look at 3 years, right? 3 years ago, we had no companies. Like, right? We started our company 3 years. Well, let's say 4 years. 4 years, we had no company, and then next thing you know, look at what happens in 3 years. We have 2 companies, and we're working on the 3rd one. Now, when he put that in perspective, yeah, I take that all day. I talked to Pizzo about this. I talked to S about this. I said, man, I feel blessed that we have a group of men, and I told you guys all on the text as well. I said, man, how many people? It's rare that you see people like this, a group of individuals that are so motivated to make an impact and bring change, and look at their lives are speaking for them. Last year when Will doesn't know this, but last year when Will got serious. I mean, not to say he wasn't serious, but he started taking those necessary steps to put him in the position that he is in today, where he's, congratulations, he's passed his contractor exam. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. But last year, I'm talking to this guy, and I'm like, man, what's good? Keep me posted, man. I want to hear what's going on. And then there was a point in that year where I was kind of, like thinking to myself, man, is this guy going to do it, or isn't he? I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping for the best, and I'm praying, and I'm saying to myself, man, I know he could take this leap of faith. I know he could do it. And there was just like roadblock after roadblock. Niggas didn't want to sign. Certain paperwork. Niggas want to act shady. All this, and that right there, that could kill a person's dreams. Just because it's like, damn, I got to go through all of this. It may not seem like much, but for the person, like I'm not in his shoes, but in his shoes, I can only imagine like how many. Like for us, we took so many no's, that could just crumble the whole operations. You know what I mean? But I really was like, man, Lord, see him through. See him through. See him through. That's my prayer. Come on, we need this. We need this. And look what happens. When we closed out 2015 with a bang. Because you know why? Now he completed that part of the mission. Now it's time to move to the next part of the mission, which is get his business license and go after what we already believed in from the gate. Like for me, I look at that, I wake up every morning and I say, man, we are truly blessed to be in the positions that we're in today, to be around like-minded individuals, to be around people that understand that, nigga, we're all in the same boat. And if we apply what we've been learning over these past years, you know what happens? When we're paddling, we got one person, bang, bang. Now we got two person, bang. Now we got three person. Like I said, 4, 5, 6, and on and on and on. Because, my quote for the day is like, the goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. It's not just about Oosh Juice. Oosh Juice was the umbrella, right? Oosh Juice was the umbrella that kick-started, put the fire under people and just said, man, what? Okay, we can do this. It is real. It is happening before our eyes. That was just a kick. Now we got ESP. Now we going after BCP. You feel me? And it's just, but it had to take somebody to speak. It had to be somebody that was willing and able to do our Father's work. And, like I said, I never knew what to expect from that night. All I felt the next day was the freest person in the world, knowing that I was slammed and I had this amount of more time to go. Who in their right mind would say, dang, man, okay, he says he knows his plans for me. He got a bright future for me. Okay, it sounds good, right? It's the fairy tale ending. When you hear things like that, man, especially because he's all powerful. And he could just do something with the snap of a finger. But how many people truly believe in those words? And a lot of people don't. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect, but I did hold those words true to my heart because that prevented me from doing the most stupidest thing in the world at that time. And now look at where we're here. We fast forward. That was in 2005. We're in 2016. 2016. A lot has happened in that time. We've lost so much. When I always, Future, he says, man, we have so much more to endure. Like he says it in a song, know the meaning. When I heard that, I said, man, that's why I keep on saying that, repeating that. We have so much more to endure. It's easy, to deal with the business side of things. The ups and downs, the market changes, what's happening. It's easy to deal with. But we don't know how hard it is to deal with the personal side of things. That's where the challenges really come, because when you're feeling low and down and out, and these people that you You love so much with everything you had, and they instilled so much in your life, and they just keep on going like this. That could easily fold people. Easily fold people. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's something that we have to understand. Like, man, you have to be able to recognize how much he loves us for the simple fact that he is our rock and he continues to give us the strength that we need to fight this fight and to continue to be on this mission that he assigned us to while we're here on this earth. You have to respect that. An all powerful being, over 7 people on this planet, and an all powerful being looking at the 7 brothers, us right here, and he said, "Don't worry, I got you. I got you." All the time, like he could be spending his time doing something else, but yeah, he continues to find time for us, and he sees us through every battle we face. I mean, we didn't, losing a person is not easy. That's a war. That's a war that you're fighting physically, spiritually, mentally. You know why? Because mentally you're just so drained. Like, damn, another one. Physically you don't want to get up out of bed. Spiritually, you're asking why. Why him? Why her? That's a war right there. It's a war going on, and a lot of people don't even get out of that. They lose in that war. For us, we've learned how to get over those humps, those trials and those tribulations, and that speaks volumes about how determined, how motivated, how inspired we are to say, you know what? If we give up now, we just lied to all these people. If we give up now, those people, I was thinking about this morning, I was just saying to myself, I was like, dang, you know what? Our biggest supporters are our kids. They love the hell out of us. Like, oh, shoot, it's popping to them. Like, they want to go floss and flex on people. Yeah, I got my oosh, yeah. Where yours at? Give me a second. I mean, but that, like back to what I was saying, I mean, we give up right now. We just gave up on them and their hopes and their dreams and their aspirations. And, they may not even know it right now, but right now, the things that we're doing, the things that we've accomplished has impacted their lives in such a way that they're already thinking at an early age, I want to go to college. I want to be my own business owner. I want to do things that I want to do in their little minds. They're saying to themselves, man, I'm going to do greater things. At the end of the day, Jesus said that we were going to do greater things in him. Our kids are saying they're going to do greater things than we will ever do. And that was the mission from the gate. That we could create something, create this world, this environment, this culture that our kids can look up to, and they can draw from that and say, you know what, I am a boss already in my own right, and I will be a boss until I go. And I'm going to continue that legacy on because these dudes right here, they set it off. They set the tone, man. They said, man, enough is enough. We need a ride. We need a ride because there's people depending on us to do a job, and we got to get out there and get active for them. Yeah, it's self-gratifying that you get an opportunity to do these things. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you look at it and you're saying, dang, man, I'm glad that I can influence somebody. I can impact somebody's life. I can speak it to somebody's life where they receive it in such a way that they want to bust a move themselves. And they want to do some work. We got work to do. There's so much more that we're going to encounter. I'm here to tell you that 2016 ain't going to be easy. But I tell you this, it's going to be better than 2015. You know why? Because we choose to make it better. When we speak things into existence, you know what happens? Things happen. We said in 2013, like, man, 2012 was coming. Oh, 2013 finna be better. What happens? Oosh Juice gets manufactured and produced. Hell yeah, we hit the ground running. Bam. 2014, we finna kill. What do? We killed. 2015, Fuck that, man. We gonna make sure it's better than 2014 and 2013. And we did, to be honest. And my like being the leader of our group, the reason why we made it better than 2013 and 2014 is because we gained the biggest account to date, which was Whole Foods. That made it the biggest year. That just overshadows what we accomplished in 2013 and 2014 is because we were able to seal that deal, and not only seal that deal, not only did we seal that deal, but we said to ourselves, wow, it is possible to get into these major retailers. You know what I mean? It's a slow, organic growth grind. We know it. These things take time. Like I said, patience. Patience. Will, he's starting off this journey. It's all about patience. If you learn anything that we've done in these past 3 years in business, what happened? It was all about patience. We started off with one little secured line of credit. One secured line out. There was only $500 on that line. We had to put up $700 for it. We didn't have nothing. We had what we had bootstrapping, but the grind was patience. It was reinvestments. It was noodles and hot Cheetos. I mean, we still doing that to the day. But it was, I can't do that right now. Oh, I can't put up for that right now. I can't spend on this bottle right now. I can't buy this tree right now. It was those little things that helped to get us right here. Because, like we always say, God is going to bless you. If you're faithful with the small things, He's going to bless you with bigger things. And look what happened. Year after year, you've seen the climb, the growth of a company that was literally built brick by brick by brick, and is still continuing to be built brick by brick by brick, because there are people that believe in what we are doing. We have a team of 7 people, 7 brothers that are challenged each and every day to grow. My thing is, when I feel certain type of, I say, man, I have no other choice but to respect the growth process in life for you guys. As much as you got, as much as I tell my story and how far I've come from '05 to now, these past 5 years, it's going on 6 years since I've been out come March. And the reason why I always bring up the time that I was incarcerated and the time I've been out is because I always have to keep that in front of me, because if you don't keep things in front of you, what happens? You'll go right back to it. You'll go right back to it because you lost sight of what you had to endure to get to this point in time in your life right now. You know what I mean? Patience, Oos. He needs patience, right? He's working this thing too, but it took patience. It took patience. It took a conversation where he said, you know what, I give up. I'm done with this. I don't want to deal with it. You know why? Because the person that was his mentor, that he gave his all for, played him. It could have easily folded anybody. But yet it took that chance encounter of him calling me up and man, Oos, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm feeling, I'm done. Well, why'd you ask God for it, huh? What are you talking about? Why'd you ask God for the blessings, and yet you trying to turn them down? What do you mean? Stay the course. Stay true. It's going to happen, but it takes patience. That situation is done and over with. Look at this. That guy that he was working for, he finna go out of business. It's done for that guy. Look where S is at now. Come on now. Like, real deal, man. These things take time. You know what I mean? They take time. And it takes us being vocal about the issues that we're going through each and every day, whether it be on a personal side or on the business side. It takes us communicating back with our team, because this team cares. This team cares about our success, our future, our happiness. Why do you think I talk so much? The reason why I talk so much is because I understand that you guys If I don't talk about these things, then how are you guys supposed to know anything? How are you guys supposed to build up enough courage to talk to each other? How are you guys supposed to get through a situation that you're going through if you haven't had no one with the experience that's already been through it telling you, hey man, this is what I've seen, this is what I've been through, use this. Hey man, this is what information I came across, use this. Hey, this is how I got here, take that step. I mean, that is why it's so important, and the reason why I speak the way I do, and the reason why sometimes, I overdo it, but I don't think I am. Maybe in other people's minds, I talk too much, but it's for a reason. There's a purpose for it, and the purpose is to get you where you need to go by feeding you the information that I've come across. This year is going to be our best year ever. And I need you guys to believe that. I know you guys do. I know you guys do. And it's not just, like I said, Ooze Juice was the umbrella to kick it off. We all got hopes and dreams. Now we got to go after it. So patience, Ooze. It's going to come. And we're going to be right there with you to go through it with you. Because we all went through this together 3 years ago. And we made a pact that, you know what, no matter how long it takes, we all gonna ride this thing out. Even though as many times as I said, man, you know what, maybe you won't be here, but I'm gonna still be here. But look it, we still all here, right? Yeah, we may have went through certain things and during certain times in our lives where we're just like, hey, man, I can't even fit the bill no more. I can't even, put my 2 cents in. It's just too much. But at the end of the day, what happened? God's seeing us through, and we still right here. Everybody's still here 3 years later. I don't see why we wouldn't be here 5 years later, 10 years later. I don't see why not. The only reason I would, now that when I say the only reason why we wouldn't be here is if this thing wasn't working. But what happens? It's working, and we're getting better and better at this thing as far as our beverage industry and our company in this lane. We're getting better and better as far as security in that lane. And in due time, we're going to get better and better at understanding plumbing and what needs to be done to help that company flourish and thrive and grow. It's important that we catch these gems that are be thrown out there, because once again, there's gonna come a point in time where you have to be the man, and you're making the decisions, and you're saying, hey, I need you to do this, 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 and that. I've already told you guys this on many occasions. I'm trying to prep you guys and prepare you guys to be in that role, because I mean, with so much there's so much responsibility that comes along with it, that, little do we know, like, oh, damn, some people aren't able to handle that. And to go through this thing real time, real life experience of what we've seen as far as an entrepreneurial journey and what we've seen to get here, that right there tells you that this thing is not easy. Don't expect it to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, Oos. But not everybody is ready to take on, that lead. Not everybody is ready for that. But we here, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Like I said, man, a lot of us, three out of 7, and we're working on more. That's big in 3 years. A lot of people can't even last a full year in business. And what are we doing? God has blessed us to start our 3rd business, man. Wow, that is amazing. That's amazing. And that speaks to this right here. To my heart, it tells me you're on the right path. We know that, but it tells me that keep on going. Keep on speaking life. Keep on making everybody, or putting everybody at ease with the rewiring of the mind, and understanding that the possible is real. The possible, man. We all we've tweaked certain things in our minds that put us on this stage today. and it wouldn't have happened if we weren't willing to receive what was coming in. So, with that being said, man, I just have a few things that I want to go over, and then we're going to get into a couple videos at the end of this, because I didn't just want to throw it. At first, I had it all planned just to throw it at you guys, like everything. But then I said, you know what, let me break this down strategically so that we can get what we need. Bam, get into the what's going on right now, and then end it off with that food for the soul. You know what I mean? That meat that steak on the plate, because there's some powerful videos that I'm going to show you guys, and then we close it out. So, with that being said, our first two events that we have planned for tomorrow. Once again, we're leaving at 3 a.m. Can you get that light right there? Somewhat turn off that light. So the first event is we're leaving at 2 to 3. That's the window we have. So 2 to 3 a.m. Be ready. Island's Best Youth All-Star Game. The team will consist of myself, Geller, Brandon, possibly Sam. I'm not sure if no. Sam will go? No. Okay, so we'll cancel that out. So myself, Geller, Brandon. Gates open at 9 a.m. We want to arrive by 8:30 to set up to avoid traffic from attendance. We will meet with AJ, the event planner, and the owner of Island's Best for vendor passes, and the event starts at 10 a.m. Last games to be played at 6 p.m. So I'm assuming this event ends at 7, 8. The vendor fee is $200 for 2 vendors. Any additional help is an extra $5 per person. So it's going to cost us $205 if he's really pushing the issue. We need to sell 4 cases to take care of that vendor fee for the day.
Where's this at again?
This is at Westminster High School in Westminster, California. We will have 1 hawker and take 1 hawker and 1 cooler and take turns throughout the event. So I just want to give you guys like a look at what this field looks like.
The weather changed too.
Yeah, great news. Weather changed. A high of 61 in Westminster, and then a high of 59 in Oceanside. I let you guys know through text earlier. I just wanted to repeat it. But obviously somebody was praying, or he just wanted us to have a good day. Yeah, he answered our prayers, and we got some good weather going down there. So I'm feeling excited, man. Here goes a look at the high school. So here goes how their field is set up. I'm assuming they got the concession stands over there to the left, as you can see. So I don't know if they're going to have us on the field, but most likely I think we'll probably be to the left. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is what it looks like, and this is what we're going to have to prepare ourselves for tomorrow. 200 kids have signed up for this event. 200. 200 means that they're going to bring out a lot of people. A lot of family, a lot of friends, a lot of supporters. We know how these things go as far as these kids, man. It's crazy the support that they get. It's a fresh new year. Everybody's coming out to support. We're gonna bring our A game. Even with we wanted to go with 4 people. Unfortunately, it's not, like I said, some things don't work out the way we want to. But I mean, we just got to go handle business. I really wanted to have those numbers, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, we make things happen because we want to. I mean, this is our reality. Right? We make our reality. Everything that we envision, we believe, it manifests itself because we just keep on driving towards it. So that is what we're gonna do for that event. The second event is the All-American Polynesian Bowl. This one I am more concerned about based on, the the people that they bring. I mean, they're bringing in celebrities, NFL players, obviously celebrities. It's because of the game is for these athletes. They're going to the next level. That's why I'm more concerned, and that's why I wanted to send the team that I wanted to send over there, which is the experienced team. Pi, Mick, Will didn't come last year, but now he's going to go. But this right here, the setup is going to be on the other side. So for you guys that were there last year, we were set up on we'll just say if we're walking in, we were set up on the left side. So where the food vendors were on the right side of the stadium, that's where everyone's going to be at. I think it makes more sense because they're putting everybody in where people have to go. I mean, you gotta go there, as compared to splitting it up how they had it last year, and now it's just like you got a choice or whatever. But that's what's gonna happen. The person of contact, you guys know George Malaulu. He's the head dog. But this other guy, who's the manager, this is the guy that you guys need to look out for. He'll make his way. I don't know what he looks like, but his name is Neil Ortinaru, and he's the manager of the Katina brothers. They asked him to take care of the responsibility is the marketing part of it, the Katinas, because they're going to have a little show, like a little, I believe so, halftime. I think so, but I'm not sure. But he's the one who's orchestrating everything. That is the person that you guys need to be aware of. Neil, once again, Neil or George. You guys remember what he looks like, right? George. If you don't, go Facebook him, go look him up, and then even this guy, Neil Ortinaru. I'm pretty sure he's on Facebook. Get a picture so you guys can immediately recognize who this guy is, because that's the guy that we're going to be, that we worked out the same exact deal. There's no vendor booth fee. So if anybody comes to you guys like they did last year, like it says, hey, so do you got the vendor fee? Just say, oh no, we took care of it with Neil. And if they keep on pressing the issue, just be like, no, we took care of it with George and Neil. We already have something in the works already. That's okay, and get them off your back. But the deal that we worked out was the same as last year. 20% of the proceeds will be donated back to the Aina Foundation. The plan is the same as last in every event. Make sure your phones are charged. I repeat, charged, and free up some space if necessary. Give a bottle to the commentator to blast and promote Oosh Juice. We do this all the time. Pizzo knows when to do it. He usually goes up there and does that. So I'm pretty sure he'll make that call when he feels is the right time. Switch it up with the hawker and the cooler for the stands. Get active and out there. He'll be designated. He'll be the designated man for the money because he has the square reader. The 20% only consists of cash and not card. So I just wanted to reiterate that because this is what we do all the time. Like when it's on the card, I mean, we can't do. It's only based on cash. So everything that is made in cash, we would deduct the 20% to give back. Make sure to keep track of samples used, which shouldn't be much. And if people buy four more bottles, give them decal for their support. I was thinking about buying 2 bottles, but 4 sounds better. I think people are gonna come, they're gonna buy 1 or 2. But then you guys can even make that call yourself. If you get a good vibe off of somebody, hey man, I just want to, we got some decals. Would you like one? It's based on your discretion. We don't want to do too much, but like I said, at least 4 bottles, you get a free decal. It makes sense. I mean, we got all these decals in the van. and we're not really doing nothing. We wanted to charge $2 for them, and that's the thing too. Like if people just want to buy them, like, hey man, can we buy a decal? Yeah, $2 for a decal. We're not going to be selling water at this event. We may be able to sell water at the other event, which would help out tremendously, and that'd be great for us. What's the other thing? If they buy a case, the same notion applies. The start time is 1 p.m., so after we set up at Westminster, you guys would drive about an hour away to Oceanside and prep for the day. Try to make as many connections as possible and hand out flyers and business cards. I will give you guys some of mine as well because I know that you guys are out, and that's another thing too. I need you guys to, for those of you guys that are out of business cards, communicate with me so I can get some made for you guys, and then you guys can have those on you at any time.
Some with our phone number.
Huh?
Can maybe some with the Lucius phone number on it?
With the Lucius phone?
That's why I'm like, get mine out. Like, I got that number for like 3 years.
And yeah, once again, I want to emphasize I'm more concerned about this game because of what they bring to the table, the exposure, who they bring out. That's my main thing. I mean, nothing against Island's Best, but it's for kids, right? And it's their first year, so we don't really know what to expect. But this All-American Polynesian Bowl, you see they even changed up the name for this thing because it's getting real. I mean, they got sponsored, the biggest ones are Under Armour. Under Armour got that big old gun, and they got sponsored like cleats. I don't know if you guys seen the page, but Under Armour sponsored their cleats, and they're clean too. They got the little like the Fala little design on them. They're dope though. They're dope. But this game is really important for us, and for those of you guys that seen it last year, I mean, you guys know it's gonna get crazy, and that's why that fourth man, it helps out a lot because when Mick and S went into the stands and me and Pizzo were right there, I mean, we just had, man, they were rushing us like tough.
Doing 1 for 3, 2 for 5s, or?
Hell no. Never, once again, I repeat, we never do 1 for 3, 2 for 5 if it's outside of our backyard. Just because it's I mean, unless it's a small little MMA event, that's the only time we've done that in San Jose, but it doesn't make sense for us to spend all this overhead and we charge 1 for 3, 2 for 5. We're not, this is, it's like this, it's impulse, right? Impulse purchase. This is one time coming by, because most likely you're never going to see these people again. And that's what we got. If you're gonna buy, you're gonna buy. If not, it is what it is. But we come here to rake in money, like real deal. Not that we're greedy, but that's the whole purpose of doing these certain type of events. We did 28 cases last year, charging $5 a bottle. I don't see why we couldn't do in that same range 20 to 30 cases this year around, especially because we have experience along with it. For the most part, as far as marketing is concerned, that's why I said keep your phones charged. Make sure you got 100% battery before you even step out that van, because I don't want to be hearing like, man, we couldn't take any pictures. I don't have no, my phone was dead. That doesn't even make no sense. We've been doing this for 3 years now, and we need to get around almost 3 years in selling product, and we need to be on our toes. And those are slacking issues right there. That we can't have that. These are big events that are important for us as a company, and these people that we come across and support us, they're ultimately just as important because they're supporting our dream, and we need to get these pictures of them. Switch it up too, man. Those of you guys who have Snapchat, throw it up there. Make videos too. Somebody want to make a little video, what is the thing? Testimonial. Hey, give them their time to shine. This year is more about taking that next step as far as marketing these events, because we usually just throw in these pictures. I mean, it's kind of not to say that we're not going to do it this time around, because it's just too much. I mean, you got 3 heads going out there, and to get video footage, to get the pictures, that's a lot to deal with. Especially when you're over here, digging in the cooler, trying to get a bottle, and then trying to snap the picture, next man up, and you're doing all these things at one, transactions with the money. I understand it's not easy, and we're going to continue to do that until we find a party that is willing to play that role, play that position, and that alleviates some of the stress on us, where we could just take care of, the money, take care of passing people the product, and communicating effectively who we are, what we're about, what the product is about, and then having those one-on-one conversations, because they do happen. So be prepared. I know it's going to be crazy tomorrow. I do, and I'm excited about it. I am. I just need you guys to just hunker down, and be ready. Be ready for anything. Even like as far as planning out how we can be more effective with purchases being made. Every time, I know it's like in the moment, like no matter how much we plan, in the moment it's just too chaotic. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, we put a man here, but then next because it's so crazy, that person is doing that, and that person is doing something else, and then we still get the job done. But try to figure out how we can be more effective when we do get those rushes. Maybe even like when the product gets cold, we set aside like a few bottles just in case, so we're not having to pull every time. I pull, but we set aside on the table or something, like, okay, it seems like there's going to be a little rush. Maybe we could get these things out quicker. Bam. Okay, bam. Get your pick, bam. And then, it works out better for us. But you guys, you'll understand how to adapt during the event and make the necessary adjustments that we need to in order for it to be a successful day. If you guys recall, last year, I don't think we walked out until, second quarter? Like, we started hawking.
Around
halftime. See, we waited 2 quarters, and then halftime we went out there hawking for that until the remainder of the game, and next thing you know, that pyramid
disappeared.
Huh?
Because remember we were talking, and we got to because we were moving as fast, and then once them 2 went out, it was a wrap.
Yep, and that's the thing. Those are the adjustments that we will understand when we have to make that call during the event to make it successful. Because after that, they start blasting more. Mick was doing his little his little dance, the Nucci or something. He was doing the Nucci. But he got out there. Like I said, he was out there. He was aggressive. He was interacting with the crowd. He showed a personal side of him that people could relate to. And then next thing you know, oh, where's Oosh Juice at? And then we sell 28 cases. So it's going to be it's going to be things like that, that happen during the day, where we have a quota to meet. I mean, we want to do 20 cases.
Hey, are we gonna at the end of last year, you gave George a case, so we're gonna do that for George and Neil at the end of the.
2 cases. It all depends. Like George, he always wants to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
And I gave it to him. I was like, nah, man, here, this is just from us. Now Neil, I don't really know him like that. Like, how at least George, like we had a couple days with him. So we got a feel for who he is. Not to say that Neil is this whatever type of dude, but I'm just saying, like, discretion. I mean, obviously we know what we're going down there with, and I mean, if we sell all 30 cases, we sell 30 cases, then that's and we got 1 or 2 to spare, and it's over with. It's over with. Then we could say, yeah, but if But if not, like, I don't want us to go out of our way and try to do something. Um, you know, after everything is finalized, that's when we make the decision. If we have it on hand.
Because with the samples, because there's 10, 11, I still got like 10, 11 samples in the van. Because that's what I was going to use to give to like the announcers and shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to touch the inventory we have because we're so short on. You know what I mean, we only got 30 cases, so. But that's what I was going to use to give to the announcers and shit, the samples that we already have in the van.
Yeah, that and once again, keep track of it. Make sure that you guys have those numbers because that's important. And then I don't care if Manti Teo comes again. Nah, he ain't giving no free case. I don't.
If Lene comes, give her one.
I just, I don't like people that just gonna lie to our faces. We do some kind out of the kindness of our heart, and they don't, give us that same genuine feel in return.
That nigga's on purchase status. You better buy you a bottle, nigga.
Yeah, that's fake to me. You know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, we ain't if to that because I know T's gonna be there. But if he says, "Hey, man, we can't do it," you know what I mean? Last year, we did it out of the kindness of our heart, and we were just looking for a shout out or a post, and this is money out of our pockets that we're giving up for no exposure. So if there was some kind of exposure that came along with it, yeah, hell yeah. But if there's not, then we don't want. I'm sorry. I mean, we're a company, we're a business, just like you. You have a company and you work with Willer Valderrama. Wilmer, yeah. Just like you as a company, it's all business. No, you know what I mean? Like we're trying to do something that people aren't on the same page as us, and we're here to provide for the people that are supporting. Any questions, concerns, ideas, etc. that you guys can think of, feel free to throw it out. This is the time. But for the most part, it's business as usual. I mean, we've done enough of these events to understand what our role is, what our goals are, what we want to accomplish, and what we want to see in return for an event, which is what we put in, our blood, sweat, and tears. All of these things that we put in, we want to see people happy. We want to see people say, "Man, this is the best drink I ever tried." We want to say, "Man, I'm in love with this." We want to see those things. We want to hear that kind of feedback. We want to, just good vibes and, the whole shebang that we continue to experience when we do events. But this is your time. If you guys do have anything that I didn't mention or bring up. Then you guys good? We good? Cool. So we all on the set. Oh, what up?
Oh no, I was gonna say, we're gonna do $50 cases or 60.
60.
60? No.
Yeah. The only, when we did it last year, what did we dropped them to 40 when it was over, right? Yeah. So at the end of the event, we'll do the same thing. Yeah. The last hour when everyone's coming down, Mick will take off his shirt and start shaking him like that. And say $40, get your 30% off discount. I think I don't know what the disc 20%. Oh yeah, 20%. So what 60?
Yeah, it was 20%.
Should be like 33.3 or something.
Yeah, it's 30%. Yeah, so like 30% off. Same exact thing. I want you guys to run it. I want you guys to be screaming because that's what we did. We went out like the last part was like, man, let's try to dump off these rests, and we dropped it down to $40, and we sold hella cases that last hour. When everybody was headed out, 30% off because everybody was like, dang, at first, but there was still hella people bought $5, and then when they heard the 30% off, everybody came with their cards, and that's when you have to be ready, Oos. And here goes another thing that now, thank you for bringing that up. But when you have to use the reader, so let's say they want to buy a bottle, you charge them $7, and the reason why is because of that fee, the 2.75. That's what I've been doing lately. At first, I didn't used to do it, but now that I understand, it's a fee that comes along. And so when people say, "Oh man, yeah, I just want to buy a bottle or whatever," $2 on everything. Not doubling up. So if they buy 2 bottles, it's still just $2. It's not 4. It's just $2 on top of everything, just so we cover that fee.
Yep.
And all right, cool. So that is that. The next thing we're moving on to is sales, and we're doing this formatted a little differently based on what we got going on. Let me throw this out there real quick for y'all. What the heck? All right, here we go. So I just want to let you guys know that I haven't done the case count. I've just been doing numbers. I've just been doing numbers and seeing what we have been able to do. So these case counts, they need to be updated. But if you guys are looking at this screen right now, and our account earnings from year to year, like 2013, we did 30K in accounts, retailer accounts, 30,873 and 65 cents. 2014, we did 77,000 and $93.68. We had a booming year through the retailer. And then 2015, we dropped like 20K from the retailer in, and that comes 52K and $58.85. And the reason being for that is because of the fact that we didn't attack and go after new retailers. We kind of just played let's worry about the doors that we are in, because it doesn't matter how many doors you're in, it matters how well you're doing in those doors. We played that role, and therefore that's why we generated a less amount through the retailer end. But overall, I want you guys to take a look at this. From 2013, we did, and I'm doing this by years, not from when we actually sold. Like, so I'm not doing from June 21st to June 21st. I'm just doing 2013 calendar, 2014, 2015. But if you guys look at 54K overall, $54,667.28 in 2013. 2014, we did $89,485.70. You look at 2015, we did $91,130.43. Now you tell me, this is just proof that when we say we're going to get better, we're going to get better. 2015, we did $91,130.43. And if you guys recall, man, in October, we needed like 22K. We needed to average 7,400 a month from October to December. Yep, 3 months. We needed to do 7,400 just to get back to 89K. And look what happens. We passed 89K. So you guys, man, hell of a fucking job. Like, real shit, man. I talked to Jim, Nadine's grandfather. I talked to him, and I told him, I said, man, you know what? I'm excited because we just passed our annual from years past, our annual sales. He said, man, he said, man, I don't care if it's a nickel. I don't care if it's a nickel. You guys still passed what you guys made last year. Okay, look it was more than a nickel. Yeah, it was a couple thousand extra, but still, we fucking passed it. We made 91K like 2015, man. And you know why? It's because, man, we had people that was willing to stand in the gap and say, you know what? Like Ray, there was a big chunk of that came from Washington when we did the promo. 2 pallets straight up. Then we sent another 50, and he has 13 cases left out of that 50. But still, he doesn't call. We don't even get that piece. We don't get that piece. We don't get 91K. That's huge right there. That's fucking great, man. And like I said, we're gonna just continue to get better because, you know, because of what the experience. So we learned, okay, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. Oh, we can't do that, we can't do that, we can't do. Okay, we could do this. If you guys remember, when we had that meeting, he said, man, we need to just stick to what we said we were gonna do and do it, like the apparel thing. What happened when he said, okay, you pushing the button? Well, let me activate it. That apparel, that added up. Like we brought in 1,100, 1,200, you know, like we brought in a couple racks based on dropping this apparel. That helped out. That was big. And so once again, hat goes off, never satisfied, we're hungry. You know, I think I was saying this to the Mick and them the other day. I said, man, we don't want nothing less than 100K. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, damn, we've already did 100K in a year. If we're doing from June 21st to June 21st, we've already done that. What more could we do? What more can we do? And the hardest thing I think is, like, for me to understand is how to scale the business, how to sell. But in order for us to scale, we need more capital, and we're going to get more capital this year. Best believe. We're working on it. Like I told you guys, I don't see nothing less. 150 is just like minimal to me, to be honest. I really think that we could probably get over 200K in unsecured lines this year right here because of what we've built up and our history that we've built up. I know it, but I'm just throwing it out there because once again, I got to find these connections. So 150, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're like more than halfway there to 150. We're almost there. And so I'm excited because with more capital, that gives us an opportunity to scale the company because we get to do larger production runs. We get to, bring on more manpower, which allows us to grow and expand and continue to carve our slice of the pie. This is truly a blessing. God is always in the midst in everything that we do, and I really truly believe that when we throw something out there, He challenges us. Like as much as we challenge Him, He's challenging us on a daily basis. And another thing that I want to shout out to is Will, he reached his 100 in December. You feel me?
Oh, did
it? He got his 100 cases. Yeah. Huh? But hey, whatever it takes, right? By any means. If he doesn't get those 2 cases off, we don't get 91K. I mean, we're gonna get it, but it's gonna be like 49-20 off. But still, he got those 2 cases, and the point I'm trying to make is that when we set that goal, when we put that challenge in our group, when we challenged ourselves, when Geller brought it up in June, let's do 100 cases, and then, or actually the month before, when he brought that up, and then we ran that special, let's do 100 cases. And then everybody fucking worked their asses off to get their 100 cases. I don't care if it took you, the first month, second month, you finished the year off and you fucking did your job. And that right there is another thing you can check off the list. And once again, headed in the right direction because of the fact that we put these things in front of us and we said we're going to knock them down no matter how long it takes. And we did it. Every one of us, 7 of us. That's 700 cases that we got off based on a challenge that was thrown out there. And salute, Big things popping for 2016. I'm excited. We got a lot of work to do. This was just the first part of sales. that I wanted to go over with you guys. Another thing that is huge for us too. I want to show you guys this right here because this what makes me happy right here. Is this part. And this is going into this is our overall our 2015 expenses. I want to show you guys this right here. We'll bring it up. 2015 expenses. I just finished this yesterday. I mean, this is probably like I dread doing this, but it's something that you're gonna have to do as well, Will, in the near future. Fortunately for you, you got Liz that deals with this, so that perfect team right there to be able to take care of this. But you know, if you guys are looking right here, I'm just going through, but this is just this is the first page, and this is business meals and what we spent on business meals alone, which was a total of $898.44. That's what we spent on business meals. We go to the legal side of things and everything that we had to take care of. Like I said, I'm just scrolling through it. I'm giving you guys the total amount. We spent $3,009.55. Then we go to our production run. We had 2 production runs. Here goes a great thing, right? So we had 2 production runs, which yielded us 5,083 gallons. And it cost us $34,524.26. Now, the reason why I'm on this page right here is because I want to show you guys something else. If you guys recall last year, or 2 years ago, 2014. If you guys recall 2014 and what we did 3 production runs, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 production runs that yielded us like 1,000 more gallons, right? 9,570 gallons. And look at what we spent to get it, right? Here goes the number. We spent $76,556.15. Now, why do you think I brought this up? The reason why I brought it up, you know, just to speed things along here, but the reason why I brought that up is because we spent less money on 2 production runs, and what happened? We made more money.
And that's huge.
We made 91K. Last year we did 89. We spent 76 on production runs, and we only made 89. This year we spent 34, and we make 91. We're getting smarter, right? We're getting better at what we're doing. We're understanding how to play this cost of goods game. You know, get our production runs in there, make the most. Because a lot of, you know, the previous years, it was. I mean, we didn't have. Here goes the thing. We didn't have the connections. A huge part of those expenses came from freight. We were spending thousands of dollars. Now, because we got a connection, a couple $100s to get our raw material shipped in to H.A. Ryder and Sons. And it just took time. You know, we found those connections, but those are the ways that we decrease our cost of goods and we increase our profit margins. Big, huge. We're gonna find more too. I guarantee you. I just got a call today from a freight carrier. I'm gonna check them out, see what they're talking about. Hey, who knows? They could have better deals. It's all who got the best prices and best customer service in my eyes that are able to take care of us and what we need done in order for us to put these production runs together. The next page is distribution. Next page, distribution. So a lot of these things. So this was so our gas charges. We'll throw that out first. Our gas, we spent $2,221.84 on gas. That's 2 vehicles. That's pretty good, you know. That's pretty good because I think in a previous year we spent way more. I'm pretty sure. For our oil changes, $106.88, We got the shipping from UPS, and that cost us $1,219.25. And then the last part was insurance, was $308.14. So, I mean, the overall for that was $3,856.11. That's for distribution. Our sales, this was from incentives and then contracting labor. We spent $2,053, and that's it. Our marketing expenses from January to December, we spent $3,504.95. Personal, less than the year before, $9,084.68. I think it was like 10 racks or something last year. So we got that down from personal. Cal Recycle, $1,410.29. Business trips, $169.31. Giveaways, $468.85. This one is going to kind of wow you right here, but, I mean, it's a part of the game. Credit card expenses, $43,888.34. That is coming from credit card expenses. Now, most of the, why that's such a huge number is because of a lot of the things that we took care of was all put on credit card. All our lines of credit, we use those so that because they're revolving lines, and we're trying to get those amounts increased. So we got to show them good faith by paying off our bills, but also using the cards as well. So we spent the most right there, and then entertainment, $186.67. What is not shown on here is shown on the first page. Overall total expenses combined, $83,774.33. This also includes the team reunion. That was, we spent, where is it real quick? Let me just pull up the team reunion because that was... But the team reunion expenses included in that $83,774.33. Team reunion, we spent $3,378.68. That was for that year, or for last year. So let me close that out. But what does this say to you guys right here? When I show you our overall expenses, total expenses combined, as compared to what we did in sales.
Well, we're above.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Last year, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. Last year, 2 years ago, when we filed our taxes 2 years ago, we made $89K. You know how much we spent? Over $100 grand. We lost. We were in the red. You know why? But that's something that entrepreneurs like us, we're gonna have to go through, because we've seen the amount of what we spent on production run, 76K. That's a huge chunk of why we spent over 100K. We got sales, marketing, and distribution we got to take care of as well. We got legal fees we got to take care of. All these other things. We got personal expenses we got to take care of. All those things that added on top of that 100, and look at what we did. We turned a profit. Yeah, it was only like 8 to 9K or whatever, 83, 91, 7, 9, yeah. But still, we turned a profit. And it's only going to get better because, like I said, we're going to continue to understand how to play the game the way we need to in order for us to see that 8, 9K turn into 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, a million. We're flipping stuff here. Mm-hmm. But it all brings us back to that one key word, patience. Lack of patience means we would have threw in the towel a long time ago. Let's keep on reminding ourselves that Red Bull lost over $10 million. $10 million in their startup phase. Now they're worth over $5 billion. Straight up. But my hat goes off to you guys. And the reason why I show you guys these things and I keep these things in your face is because it's important to show another aspect of growth. Another aspect of us challenging ourselves to put us, that we're thrown in these positions, and if we're going to put on this hat, we better wear this hat and take care of what needs to be taken care of because somebody is depending on us. Somebody is counting on us. So now that I'm finished with that, we'll take care of our taxes, and we'll go from there, and we'll build on for 2016 this year. It's been amazing. When I seen that, I said, wow, that blew my mind because I thought we were going to be in the red again. I was like, man, I think all the spending, but we weren't. And so now that we did that, we're saying, oh, hell yeah, we want more of that. We want more of that. So with that, those two things right there, the labels, we can't discuss that. Moving on, the labels, we can't discuss that right here because of the fact that it's sensitive information, and we don't want to expose it right here. I need those emails. I need you guys, like we all need, like for us that are going down, we're gonna have some talks after the games. When we go lay our head down or get a bite to eat, we're gonna be talking about these things. But it's more important that you get an email to me, or a text or some kind of, because for the most part, I know I'm gonna have to go in with I'm gonna do a lot of nitpicking myself, but the little things that I'm not even thinking about that you guys are, that is why it's important for you guys to write it down and not just throw it, just tell me in a conversation. Because you tell me in a conversation, I could easily forget that. You write it down, now when I'm Skyping with Christina, I have all of those bullets, so I can go at her and present her, and then we can get this thing taken care of as quickly as possible. We know how this goes, right? We get that done, we're one step closer to getting this production run taken care of, and that much closer to bringing this new flavor to the market. And I'm excited. I really am. I mean, it's the journey itself. There's so many ups, downs, crazy. And we continue to face everything that's thrown at us that comes our way. We continue to handle business and continue to be better than we were before. So with that, here goes my last part, and then we get on our separate ways. It's a few videos that I should have been showed you. Well, the first one of them I should have been showed you, but I just didn't get around to it. But it's called Motivation 101, and it's by that dude that we get so much from, Dr. Eric Thomas. It's called Winners Win, Losers Lose. And I'm about to play it for you guys right here. I'm pulling it up right now. I'm going to share it. Let me just pause it real quick. There we go. Let me share this with you guys. Once again, winners win, losers lose. Dr. Eric Thomas.
Can't make me want what I don't want. You can't dangle something in front of my face that I don't want that. And many of you are taking anything if you don't know what you want. And so if I can do one thing for you when you leave this room, I don't want nothing from you but for you to leave this room and know what you want. What do you want in your marriage? What do you want with your son and your daughter? What do you want in your health? What do you want financially? Like, how much money do you want to make a year? What do you want to try? How do you want to live? Stop just waking up like an accident. What do you want? And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it. The reason why I speak with so much passion, E.T., why do you speak with so much authority? Because I'm talking about my life, not something that I read. I ate out of trash cans. I had no business eating out of trash cans. I lived in abandoned buildings. I had no business living in abandoned buildings. But E.T., your daddy wasn't in your life. Your mom was a teenage mother. You grew up, come on, eat, look at your shirt. That's not an excuse. There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. I told you, I didn't get a new daddy. I didn't get a new mama. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. Now, let me say this before I move forward. And I can't explain it, but you better feel me. Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know how it happens, but winners win. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture. Let me tell y'all, I'm not from New Zealand, guys. Come on, listen to me very closely. I'm not from New Zealand, but I know about, let me say it this way so I can help you. I know about what team. I've never seen All Blacks play a day in my life. I've never been to the stadium. Where's the stadium? Help me out. Where's the stadium? Okay, I'm going to see what you see what I did. I've never been to the stadium. You're like, Eric, the stadium, that's Hobbit that way, Eric. That's not the stadium. The stadium is this way. I've never been there a day in my life. And if you watch some of my videos, I have All Black in my videos. Why? Because they're what? They're winners. And when you're a winner, you don't even stay in your own little town. When you're a winner, winning spreads. So everybody, I got videos where I'm like, y'all, I don't really know how to show my passion. Somebody said, get the All Blacks. I'm like, yep, that's what I need, All Blacks. Yep, I need the All Blacks. I need the All Why? Because they say what I'm saying. They just said it in rugby. I don't do that. I'm like, ooh, that's a violent sport. Their passion is all over there. Why? Because winners win. I can't explain it to you, but you better stop making excuses and find a way to win. Because once you start winning, you go from 1,500 to 3,000 to 5,000 to 7,000. You remember, see? From 7 to 10. Nothing changed. We're still in the basement. We don't have a building. We still use the garage for all of our products. We don't have business cards. We don't have a 5-year plan. We don't have a 3-year plan. How do you do it then? We wake up and grind. Winners win. I focus more on winning than I focus on structure. I focus on winning. And when you become a winner, they start seeing you with winners. You get from being a loser, low self-esteem, doubt, and fear. And if you can find your way on this side, guys, it's sweeter on this side. You know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. Now, I'm going to say it again. Like somebody gave you a guarantee, $30, 30-day guarantee. In 30 days, if you don't make what they told you was going to make, in 30 days, you got an attitude, you want your money back. But you've never demanded your money back from yourself. You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. You're not brave enough. You want to put it on somebody else. The reason why I'm not successful is because of my boss. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down. And when you get to the point where you can say you let you down, I don't care. Listen to me, no disrespect. I don't care about Glenn. That's not why I do what I do. And I love Glenn. I don't come here and do what I do so Glenn can affirm me, so he can give me a pat on my back. I care more about me than I care about what Glenn thinks about me. I have standards. I have values. I don't care how much you pay me. If I speak at an elementary school for $300, I chose to do that for $300. If I chose to speak at a prison for free, I chose to do that. And I will not go in there giving those prisoners less than what somebody pays me $100,000. Why? Because I value myself enough to give 120% or don't do it. That's the problem with some of you. You always want to blame other people. You always want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You just said you're giving 50%. You owe you an explanation. You owe you an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts, no, we working out now. No more alcohol, not right now. No, I can't handle it right now. You need to tell you that you owe you something. Stop going back to, you keep going to the mall with the receipt. This is what y'all said it was. Glenn, you didn't do what you said you was going to do. Well, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, so how am I going to do what I'm supposed to do for you? You walk out of this room, you owe yourself. I didn't get here making excuses. So what, my father wasn't in my life? The truth of the matter is, he ain't never come into my life. So what, I'm going to wait for the rest of my life for my man to come? He ain't coming. I live in America. I'm an African-American male. They don't treat us the same. It's something called racism. I ain't going to cry about it. It's probably going to be racism to the day I die, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm still going to be a millionaire. I'm still going to be one of the top motivational speakers in the world. No, I didn't grow up on that side of the town. No, my mama don't have no network. No, I don't know a whole lot of people. No, I'm not at a country club. No, I don't play golf, and I don't plan on playing no time soon. But I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to get to where they are. Why? Because I owe it to myself. And can't nobody stop me but me. You need to get rid of them excuses. You need to stop pointing fingers at people. And you need to start pointing fingers at yourself. What did you not do?
Woo. Man, that's some powerful stuff right there, man. Yeah, I came across that video, and like I said, man, everything this is about timing. Obviously, this was the time for that video to be shown. But like he said, man, what do you want in life? You know, my things are to you guys. What do you want in life? What are you going to do about it? And are you prepared to handle the storms that come your way? Because there are going to be a lot of storms. There are going to be tsunamis. There are going to be tornadoes. It's going to be hell to get to where you want to get to. At the end of the video, the hashtag was you owe you. Stop making excuses for yourself. Like, we all are guilty of it. But what are we going to do about it? You know, we got these dreams. We desire to be somewhere in life. You know, the manifestation that happens in our mind, yeah, we're taking those necessary steps. But are we going to continue on to fight? And that's the most challenging part that we're going to face in our life. You know, it doesn't matter in business, life, it's all the same. You just got to go after it. You know, when E.T. was talking about, man, I ate out of the garbage cans. I didn't deserve to do that. Like, I'm not supposed to do that. I wasn't supposed to do it. Like, I just thought of all the things that, you know, we'll just use Mick. He didn't deserve to sleep in the van. Like, but he did. But what is he gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Like, he said, man, I didn't have a father in my life. I didn't have a father, but did that stop me? Like, am I going to wait for this dude? He ain't never coming. He ain't never coming. What are we going to do about it? But that was like, man, that dude, man, you know, he says some things that really, really, like, it hits you in those spots where, I mean, if you don't feel compelled to bust a move, man, I don't know what else, you know, what it's going to take. I mean, there's so much value in that piece right there. You know, he said, man, he complaining about your circumstances. How's that going to help you? You know, complaining about the next person and what they got. How's it going to help you? Man, I don't got a business plan. I don't got a 5-year business plan. I don't got a 3-year business plan. But I'm still going to go after and get it. Hey, man, you know, that was like some of the most important information that we came across when we were reading Under 30 CEO. They said, man, you don't really need a business plan. You just need a sense of direction. one of the dudes who owned the entrepreneur that owned the company, all he used to do every year, remember, if you guys remember, this dude used to write on a napkin like certain goals that he wanted to accomplish that year. And what happened? Millionaire. Just because he had no business plan, but he was so driven to go get it. E.T. driven. Us driven. We're driven to go get this thing, and that's why I wanted to share with you guys that one first, because once again, what do you want in life? What are you going to do about it, and are you prepared to handle the storms that come your way? That last question is critical. Only you guys can answer these questions yourself. But that last one, that's the make or break. And for us, the experiences that we've went through, obviously it hasn't broken us. Life has not broken us. It has thrown everything it can at us up to this point, but yet we are still battling. This next piece I want to show you, before I get to that, the last part about it says, they say 2014 was practice, 2015 is the warm-up, and 2016 is game time. I say every year is game time because tomorrow isn't promised. Let's guap. Real deal. You know, when I see these things, oh man, that's cool, it's catchy. But then you have to remind yourselves, wait a second, I don't got time like that. I don't have the luxury of time to be waiting on a warm-up, you know, the practice, a warm-up, and then game time. I don't have time like that. We're trying to elevate our way of thinking because we need to get it now. We can't be concerned about these other things. I mean, even though, like, you know, you look at our come up, and we say 2013. We can use the same, like any year, right? 2013 was our practice. 2014 was warm-up. Or 2014 was practice. 2015 was warm-up. And 2016 is game time. We can use that same thing. You know, it works for everything, but once again, we're trying to elevate our way of thinking where, you know, let's skip all the gimmicks and, you know, the catchy sayings. Let's just get it right now. This next video, I want you guys to really pay attention to because it is a story. If you guys don't know about the bamboo tree, you will now, and it's important for you guys to understand, you know, what a bamboo tree has to go through in order to get to the glory, or, you know, in order to get to its desired destination. And not only that, but the person who has to be there to even grow the bamboo tree. But here is this story right here about the bamboo tree. Check it out, man. It's powerful, man. About 3 minutes long, and then it's a wrap right here.
Crazy.
You feel me though?
Yeah.
Water for 5 years. He said, how long
5
it takes you to grow that high? 6 weeks. He missed the
Wrong.
whole thing. 5 years.
5 years. 5 years it takes for the bamboo tree to grow 90 feet tall. 5 years. What does it say? In that amount of time, there's a network of roots. Network of roots making things happen so that it can support what's to come. You know what really got me is like, man, it kept on saying, like, are you willing? How far? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do for your dreams to come true? What are you? All this, the willingness of it all. And then it also comments that patience and perseverance. The guy, whoever the guy is that waters these trees, I watched another video. The man, was telling a story about a farmer. He's poor. Like most of these dudes, they be poor, and they be planting these seeds because they're waiting on this 5-year payoff. But they be poor, like Chinese men, growing these, doing everything that needs to be done in order for that bamboo to grow come the 5th year. They do so much. Like, look at our story, man. You know what I mean? Like, we planted something. Yeah, we didn't see change overnight. We're seeing a lot more happen today, but it wasn't overnight. Look, we're only 3 years into this game. What happens when our 5-year comes, right? Our bamboo tree grows 90 feet tall. You feel me? Because the network, that's the roots that are working together to support what's to come. We all have a vision. We know our vision. We know what the dream is. We know what we want to do. And like our slogan, the never-ending boost. How far are you willing to go to achieve what is manifested in the mind? This whole night is really been getting back to our roots, motivating each other, getting to these powerful motivational videos that speak life into us, that empower us, that give us these ideas that we can go as far as our imagination. We can. And that was what this night was about. And that's what Oosh Juice was started on. The foundation that we built was always about how can we do something in a positive where we're giving back and we're feeding ourselves, we're feeding that inner man so that greatness can come out. Man, powerful videos, man. Like we always say, when you come across something, bring it to the table, because we have to get back to our roots of how we came and got this far. And it was because of little things that we caught, little bits of insight and information that we use to apply in our everyday walk. And now we're here today. With all the success that we continue to see, we're only gonna see more of it. Not being cocky, but just understanding, just like E.T. said, man, I'm gonna get there regardless. You know why? Because I'm just gonna keep on going. I don't care. I don't play golf. I don't see myself playing golf. I'm not in the country club. But I'm still gonna become a millionaire. I mean, I do those things, but I'm still gonna become a millionaire. Why? Because I'm hungry. I want it. I desire it. You know what I mean? Look into that story of the bamboo tree. I mean, that's a powerful story, because in that time, in that amount of time, that farmer, he could easily have given up. In that amount of time, the seed, there's like so many factors. Like, what if you ain't watering it enough, right? What if you didn't plant it in the right soil? Like, what happens if you don't if you water it too much? Like, I don't even know how that even works out, but just knowing that we are gonna have to endure so much more, because it's only necessary that everything that is manifesting itself, we need to go through these things in order to support what's to come. And what's to come is 90 feet tall. What I mean by that, I'm just using that as an example, but 90 feet tall. Everything that we continue to speak into existence, the life, everything that we breathe life into, that's 90 feet tall. Our promised land, that's what 90 feet tall is. That's the promised land. We're going to get there, and it's because we find little things like this and we bring it back to our table so that we can continue to feed ourselves. And we need this. So with that being said, man, I thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. We got some work to do tomorrow. If you guys have anything else to say, feel free. If not, once again, we're leaving within that hour, 2 to 3. Everyone be ready, get some rest, be prepared, and we go out here and do work. I mean, that's what we play this game for, to make a difference and to show the world that Oosh Juice is here, and we ain't playing. So like I said, man, the floor is your guys's. If you guys have anything, I thank you, like, for the bottom of my heart, because every day we get to fight for this, and everything that we just seen tonight. Look at what is happening before our eyes. Like, that's a blessing, and I'm so inspired by the moves that we continue to make, the mistakes that we make, the failures that we've experienced, and the willingness to just say, you know what? Let's keep on moving. Let's keep on pushing. What else they gonna throw at us? Let's do it. And that's why I'm so inspired, man. I mean, because there was so much tonight. There was a lot, and hopefully, you know, and for S, man, I hope he gets to watch this hangout. And even for ourselves, just to enjoy what was given tonight, man, and appreciate it, because this night is gonna come, and it's already come, and it's gonna go, and it's gonna be done with. And just like one of my other quotes, you know, last year's words were for last year. This year, we're waiting for a new speaker. You know, it's not in that same context, but you guys get what I'm saying. We got work to do. So that's my time. You guys go ahead, feel free. If not, we pray and we get on our separate ways. Yes.
I'm about to go play Brandon up. This nigga talking about he's stuck his seats out and shit.
All right.
But I'll go after you first.
Well, we all good?
2016, let's get this money, man. Guap.
Easy.
Good.
All right, cool, man. Thank you guys again. Appreciate it. Let me go ahead and end it out. We get on our separate ways. Father, Lord, we come to you in prayer. And, Lord, we thank you for another opportunity to come together on this Friday, our first official meeting of 2016. It's definitely a blessing, a new year to do some amazing things, all in your name. We were given an assignment on this earth, and it's only right that we fulfill the duties, the tasks, everything that comes to take care of the responsibilities, everything that comes along with the mission that you placed in our hands. It's an honor. I mean, it really is, to be able to work with a group of men, and not only that, but my brothers, to bring change, make an impact, make a difference, and set an example, be role models, not only to ourselves, but people that we don't even know that are paying attention. And not only that, but the people that love us dearly and hold us dear to their heart, our family, our friends. We get a chance to just step out there on faith and do some things that people will not even dare to do. And that's a blessing, because not everybody is as willing to be used like we are. And we are grateful for you continuing to lead us, you continuing to open up doors, you continuing to help us get better year in and year out. That's why we love playing this game so much. You know, our wives are in front of us, but we understand that without you, none of this is possible. I ask that you be with us all as we end out this night near and far. We pray for healing in Jesus' name. for S and Kim and for everybody else that is going through some things. So as well, she just had surgery. Heal her, Lord. Touch her. Get her back on her feet 100%. And everybody else that is going through something. You know what we need to make this year the success that we seek and that we see. We need those connections. We need investments. We need investors. We need $500K to $1 million to be able to take this company to the next level. We understand it's about patience and perseverance and going through the storms. We understand that we're going to get hit with a lot of things, but we need to continue to move forward because you got us. We trust you. Everything in our journey, just speaks of that, and we're not going to turn away from it. And Lord, we just want to thank you again for a successful 2015, and now we put that one in the books, and we move on to this new year, and we handle business accordingly. We thank you, Lord. We give you all the praise, glory, and honor for you're worthy. We love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Man.
So good, Pat.
Hey, y'all be safe out there tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Love you guys.
Love y'all, man.
Hey, if not, it's only gonna be us.
Riding with a purpose.
All right, I'll see y'all in a few hours.
Yes, sir. Go.